Good morning, everyone. I got my Christmas hat on and I'm sitting outside. It was cold last night, below freezing. But it's nice and sunny again. Cold nights bring very clear days, unless it's overcast, raining, and snowing. Anyway, took care of the barn already. Got 3 eggs this morning in the hayloft. Wonderful. How about otherwise? Not much to say this morning. Nope. All right, let's get going. Oh yeah, I'm tired. I had to get up 3 times last night. We let the dogs in because it was cold. And the 2 should stay downstairs. They got their blankets right in front of the stove, this, that. But the gate to the upstairs, yes, it's got some, yep. The big one can't get through it. Gus can't, but everyone else can. And Jake's the one that, yep, he comes up, he sticks his nose right into your face, and you wake up going, ugh. And he's like, I gotta go out. I gotta go out. For what? Oh, no, sometimes it's laying right in front of Sissy's door. I want to go in. All right. So I got up 3 times, and the 3rd time I threw him outside. I said, done. I'm done. Go outside. Anyway, so there it is. Busy night with the dogs. Yes, sometimes they're nice, quiet. There's no problem. And then other times it's like they can't find peace. Something. I'm not sure what it is. All right. So we are in... Oh, where's my inside? First Book of Kings, 21, Naboth's vineyard. Naboth refuses to hand over his vineyard. Ooh, I bet you that'll go over well. This is what happened next. This is what happened next. After Ahab, the king of Israel, went home gloomy and out of temper back to Samaria. And this is what happened next. Naboth of Jezreel had a vineyard close by the palace of Ahab, king of Samaria. And Ahab said to Naboth, give me your vineyard to be my vegetable garden, since it adjoins my palace. I will give you a better vineyard for it, or, if you prefer, I will give you its value in money. Naboth, however, said to Ahab, Yahweh forbid that I should give you my ancestral heritage. Oh, Ahab and Jezebel. Ahab went home gloomy and out of temper at the words of Naboth of Jezreel. That seems to be a normal thing with this Ahab. I will not give you my heritage from my ancestors. He lay down on his bed and turned his face away and refused to eat. Over that? Man, that guy ain't right in the head. His wife Jezebel came to him. Why are you so dispirited, she said, that you refuse to eat? He said, I have been talking to Naboth of Jezreel. He said, give me your vineyard. I said, give me your vineyard either for money or, if you prefer, for another vineyard in exchange. But he said, I will not give you my vineyard. Then his wife Jezebel said, some king of Israel you make. Get up, eat, and take heart. I myself shall get you the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite. You guys notice he forgot to tell her that that's ancestral land, and according to God, he's not to give that away. Well, oh, and here we go. Naboth is murdered. So she wrote a letter in Ahab's name and sealed it with his seal, sending the letter to the elders and notables of the city where Naboth lived. In the letter she wrote, proclaim a fast and put Naboth in a prominent place among the people. There confront him with a couple of scoundrels who will accuse him as follows. You have cursed God and the king. Then take him outside and stone him to death. Oh, wow. Wow, Ahab sure is a man. As I said, what is he doing? And that's a guy that's king of Israel. The men of Naboth's city, the elders and notables living in his city, did what Jezebel ordered. I wonder why they did that. They're no better than that Ahab. What a weird one. As was written in the letter which he had sent him. They proclaimed a fast and put Naboth in a prominent place among the people. The two scoundrels then came and confronted him, and the scoundrels then publicly accused Naboth as follows. Naboth has cursed God and the king. He was then taken outside the city and stoned to death. They then sent word to Jezebel, Naboth has been stoned to death. When Jezebel heard that Naboth had been stoned to death, she said to Ahab, get up, take possession of the vineyard, which Naboth of Jezreel refused to sell you, for Naboth is no longer alive. He is dead. When Ahab heard that Naboth was dead, he got up to go down to the vineyard of Naboth of Jezreel and take possession of it. Wow. Is that what one does when you don't get what you want? I wonder what kind of a lesson this is supposed to be to us. Elijah pronounces God's sentence. Then the word of Yahweh came to Elijah the Tishbite. Up, go down to meet Ahab, king of Israel in Samaria. You will find him in Naboth's vineyard. He has gone down to take possession of it. You are to say this to him. Yahweh says this, you have committed murder, and now you usurp as well. For this, and Yahweh says this, in the place where the dogs licked the blood of Naboth, the dogs will lick your blood too. Ahab said to Elijah, so you have caught me, O my enemy. Elijah answered, I have caught you for your double dealing, and since you have done what is displeasing to Yahweh, I shall now bring disaster down on you. I shall... Okay, be careful out there. I shall sweep away your descendants and wipe out every man jack of the house of Ahab, feathered or free in Israel. I shall treat your house as I treated the house of Jeroboam, son of Naboth, and of Baasha, son of Ahijah, for provoking my anger and leading Israel into sin. Against Jezebel, too, Yahweh spoke these words. The dogs will eat Jezebel in the field of Jezreel. Those of Ahab's family who die in the city, the dogs will eat. And those who die in the open country, the birds of the air will eat. And indeed, there never was anyone like Ahab for double dealing and for doing what is displeasing to Yahweh, urged on by Jezebel, his wife. He behaved in the most abominable way, adhering to idols, just as the Amorites had, whom Yahweh had dispossessed of the Israelites. Okay. Let's keep going, just a little left. Ahab repents. When Ahab heard these words, he tore his garments and put sackcloth next to his skin and fasted. He slept in the sackcloth. He walked with slow steps. Then the word of Yahweh came to Elijah the Tishbite. Have you seen how Ahab has humbled himself before me? Since he has humbled himself before me, I shall not bring the disaster in his days. I shall bring the disaster down on his house in his son's days. So he got away with it? Because he did what? Put on a little show? Okay, whatever. It doesn't say anywhere. Did Naboth have any descendants? Family? Wife? Children? Sons? What did Ahab do? Just what? Okay, you know what? I said. Oh, and then God said, "Oh, okay, now everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm gonna take it out on the children of Ahab, who so far I don't think have done a thing. Right? They haven't done anything yet, have they? I don't know. It doesn't say. What is this? All right. One thing that comes to my mind with this part now is I don't know why Elijah continuously uses God to threaten the people. Okay? The sin that brought the people of Israel into sin. Okay, well, were all the Israelites here fine with Ahab, what he was doing, or not? Well, the elders were, sounds like, and some other people who went ahead along with killing Naboth over what? Right? Okay. Oh, yeah, and then someone had to stone him to death. So who did that? Okay, whatever. But using God again to threaten what? This Ahab, oh, and then Jezebel too. Doesn't say what happened to her. Oh, did she do? She was okay. You know what? As I said, this is so weird. It's just weird. It's weird talk for. I'm not getting for what. You want to tell me kings are good anywhere? Have ever been? Is it? Well, I guess not. This kind of tells us, right? Okay, all right. But again, God's being pulled into this. People are being threatened with the wrath of God. And then, oh, he puts on some sackcloth and he like walks with cloth, like he's humbling himself like he is. Right? And then God's all fine with, oh, and it didn't have, nothing happened. Uh-huh. All right. Okay. Ugh. This just doesn't sound right. Well, anywho, it is what it is. We keep on reading. We got one more in the first book of Kings. Another war with Aram. Okay, all right. It's the last one, I think. Oh, it's a long one. Holy canoe. We'll be reading a lot tomorrow. Or day after tomorrow. And then we're going to get into the second book of the Kings. Oh, I'm so tired of these kings. Let's see. Then we'll have another 25 chapters or passages to the books of Chronicles. Ugh, okay. Got to keep going. It's all good. Well, I don't know if it's all good, but so again, what I'm getting out of this mostly, I don't know how much of this is true or just made up, or I have no idea. I don't have no clue why this is even in the Bible. What for? So I know how badly Israel did in the Old Testament, how badly their kings did, how little anybody was following. What? God's will, God's guidance, the 10 Commandments, this and that. Is that what I need to know? I have no idea. So, but it is what it is. How can anyone like Ahab be king of Israel? Doesn't make any sense. But anyway, there it is. Okay. I have some cleaning to do. I'm leaving here in 2 days and I like to leave the house to whoever's going to be here taking care of things nice and clean. Yes? Yeah. It's nice and clean already, but oh, there's always some dusting to do, some vacuuming to do. Lots of traffic going through this house, so there it is. And I got to do a little more packing too. Yes. Yeah. Yes. So that's what I'm going to do today, I think. And praying for people. I see lots of friends that have prayer requests for people who are sick, this and that right now. So that will take up some time today as well. Best we can do. Yes. God's love and blessings always. May He protect you. And I will talk to y'all another time.